Majo John Madden, part 2 of my great search for Wi-Fi and plugs in my 4.5 years on the road, leaving Asheville, North Carolina on the spine of the Blue Ridge Mountains for the high mountains of western North Carolina, where I spent my first year on the road. Out in the country, that first year on the road, it was hard to get a phone signal. T-Mobile was not great up in the high mountains. I think AT&T was better, and something else was better out there. You had to walk around the parking lot holding your phone up in the air trying to catch a signal. When 5G came in, I think somewhere in that first year on the road, you know, I had semi-reasonable friends back in Asheville who didn't usually traffic in conspiracy theories, who were caught up in the whole notion that 5G was going to destroy all organic life on the planet. Yeah, big surprise. Nothing, no big whoop there. But boy, did that transform catching a phone signal. 5G quickly became available even out in the country, or at least when you were near any big town. Now, my last 11 months, 10 months in Mexico, I had had my Telcel service telephone stolen in Tampico. Ironically, right after I said to a young woman, no, she had helped me with my Spanish at a Soriana store in a shopping mall in Tampico. And at that point I had 2 dogs, and it was a hot sunny day in April or May, and the dogs were ensconced under big trees in one parking lane, and my car was about 30 yards away in the sun, my big black camper van. So this high school girl who had helped me, she spoke good English, helped me in the store, followed me out, came out a little later just to check on us. She was really sweet. And she said, "Your car door is open." And I said, "Yeah, hot day, black car. It's no air conditioning, it's going to get really hot. The dogs hate the car anyway. They super hate it when it's hot." She said, "Yeah, but you've got a package on the front seat." And I said, "Oh yeah, I bought a pair of shoes in the Coppel store. You know, I pretty much trust Mexicans. My experience is they're honest." She says, "Well, not all of them." I said, "Well, just to keep you happy, I'll move that package, but I'm going to sure leave that door open." Well, and something like an hour later, somebody stole my phone. They had obviously watched me leaving the phone with the dogs when I would periodically go get something out of the car, and they snatched it. When they were a pro, they knew how to make it unfindable. So I've been without cell service. I haven't been able to afford this phone I have kind of illegally, because in South Padre Island I lost it in the sand. And the guy, one of these Latinos who would go along the beach with a metal detector, found it later that night. Pancho, I just had Pancho, my little Chihuahua then. No. Anything by the ocean was magic. I lost Pancho in New Orleans in the winter of 22. So I had magic. Magic would dig a hole right in front of me and pop in the cool sand in front of me, and the phone had obviously fallen in that hole. I found it buried under 6 inches of sand, and it's never functioned right since. The lightning charger won't work at all. It takes forever to charge with the back charger, magnetic back charger, and the charge doesn't last very long, not anywhere near what it's supposed to take. So I've been functioning with a damaged phone that I had, by the time the guy returned it to me, I had already made my insurance claim and gotten a new phone, and the registration number on that iPhone says that it belongs to T-Mobile, so I can't get cell service on this phone. So it's all hunting for a Wi-Fi and places to plug in, and charging it is a nightmare. It's been very expensive finding the right peripherals. Eventually it always ends up having to be an AT&T product. That plug is AT&T, the lightning charger is AT&T, it's a back charger. Anything else is a crapshoot as to whether it's going to break. The big Steren, S-T-E-R-E-N chain through Mexico is all Mexican-made phone peripherals, and it's a little like a Radio Shack, the old Radio Shacks, which I do find in Mexico. But they're not good. No, they break. They're cheaper than an AT&T, an Apple product. But I've had 3 different expensive things that I thought were going to be great break on me pretty quickly. So that's not a good option. The Mobo stores, M-O-B-O, all through Mexico, offer high quality, cheaper. And there's a Mobo store in this mall, and I'm going to try to get another battery pack in here, because I need to. One will be charging. Right now my battery pack is charging at the Palace of Governors, where they are very customer oriented, and I've had them even charge my headphones at the front desk. The nice cop there does that. It takes a long time to get a full charge on that battery pack. So right now I have no battery pack. My phone was about to die when I found this thing here. I'm about to go into the McDonald's. I've eaten pretty recently, but I'll get a shake or something and try to find a plug in the McDonald's, which is not always easy. Boca del Rio, which is a very affluent suburb outside of Veracruz, the McDonald's there had one plug, very inconveniently located under the table, in the table right next to the cashier, and staff would end up sitting at that table, so you didn't have access to it at all. So it's tough. Yeah. I have a new phone, which I'm out here to get operative. I had to buy a new phone. I've been needing it forever. Can't even make a 911 call. But yesterday, this phone, now here's the paradox, I'm talking about this phone that I'm using, went belly up, nothing would charge it, no charger, no car charger, nothing would charge it. It was clearly defunct, so it seemed. I think God played a big trick on me and made me make the jump, which I still was thinking was months off, to get a live phone. So I used up an awful lot of my budget, 1/3 of my budget for the month, to buy another iPhone 12, not a Pro. I really love the Pro. It's got a huge memory and I shoot lots of videos, and a wonderful telephoto lens. The 12 without the Pro has half-strength telephoto lens and tiny 1/4 of the memory. But I'm learning these days, the Apple people, much as I love Apple technicians, I think they're the cream of the crop, every time I ask them, these videos are using up all my memory. I've got like 1,300 videos in my phone. Is there any way I can get them onto the cloud and off of my phone? And they'd say, no, you cannot do that, because if you delete it from the phone, your nightly backup is not going to get it. They'll be gone. Well, that's assuming you're doing a nightly backup. The combination of needing power and Wi-Fi, that almost never applies to me. So I have learned to manually take my videos. The ones once they're on YouTube, I can delete them. But the ones I really like and aren't on YouTube yet, I'll stick them in a file. And once they're on the iCloud in a file, doesn't matter if the nightly backup misses them. But meanwhile, I've got 1,300 videos in this phone. Yeah. There's more I want to say about that. I'm looking forward to a brand new world. The brand new world. That's some Disney song. Whole new world. Yeah, with a live phone where I can reach my apps, reach my GPS, no matter, mostly wherever I am. So we'll see. Okay.